My name is Deborah Amato. I'm the Deputy Chief Technologist, and my primary responsibility is managing our internal research and development program. I think I first wanted to work at NASA when I was a child. I was interested in the space program, the NASA program, and the space shuttle program specifically. I thought that maybe I'd be an astronaut one day. I was also interested in astronomy and stargazing, and so that interest just grew, and I ultimately ended up at NASA working on space projects. On my first day at NASA, I was a summer intern. I found out about an opportunity to be able to come and work as a summer intern here, and I was so excited and thrilled to be here. And it was a lot of information to take in, and I met lots of new people, and it really was just a thrill to be here at NASA. And then after I was a summer intern, I was able to get into the co-op program. And when I entered the co-op program and was working here, it was sort of my first experience of feeling like I was an adult. Like, okay, this is real, and this is what engineering is like. When I first came to NASA, I was working as an engineer with a scientist mentor, and he was able to show me the various projects that he was working on. And the first project that I worked on was called HESP, the High Energy Solar Physics Mission. And it eventually turned into an actual mission that I was able to work on about 10 years later. So it was really interesting to be able to see that sort of at the beginning stages of the concept formation, and then work on it when we're actually building hardware and launching a satellite. One of the biggest influences on my life was my grandmother, and she was a teacher. For all the years that I knew her, she was a teacher. Because of that, and because of her beliefs, she set for me the idea that education is very important. And my family too. Education was very important in my family. And I believe that education is important for building on your skills and preparing for whatever career that you might pursue in the future. She was a very special lady and very influential. And also my parents, of course, my mother and father, were influential, and certainly on my choice of career. My father's an electrical engineer, my mother's a chemist, and we always teased that I would grow up to be a chemical engineer. And it sort of worked out that way in that I ended up pursuing aerospace engineering. The happiest moment in my career, being able to see a project that I worked on being launched. And I think that is all of the work, all of the preparation and work goes into that one moment, and everyone is so thrilled when things are successful. What I'm most proud of is, from my career at NASA so far, having something that I touched and worked on orbit the Earth. One of my favorite projects that I worked on is named TRACE, the Transition Region and Coronal Explorer. It's a small spacecraft that studied the sun, and I was able to hold the primary mirror of the telescope while the mirror mount was being installed. And I did a variety of other things for that instrument, but that was really an excellent team, wonderful project, and very exciting when it launched and when we got the first pictures back. One thing that I would say for young women who are preparing to enter the workforce or preparing to pursue an educational path for their future, just go for it and definitely work hard and prepare yourself. Don't be afraid of the stereotypes or the things that you might hear or cautions that you might have, like, oh, engineering's not for you, there's only men pursue engineering, or other things that you might assume about a particular profession that you would choose. I have always, in my experience, I have always had a very easy time in this profession and working for NASA. So although there are more men in engineering and more men that I work with than women, that hasn't been a problem, and that hasn't been a setback for me in my career.